Okay, good morning. This a bright Monday morning. We here at the Apostolic Foundation High School in an exclusive interview with the principal of the school. That's Mr. A. Darkpay Johnson. He's the principal of this great school. My name is Prince Monrovia. We are right opposite the Vabama Hall where the school is located. We've come to speak with him on the school's enrollment, how the school's operating, challenges faced, and so on. So once again, my name is Prince Monrovia, and thanks for joining. Let me say good morning, Mr. Johnson. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm okay.
All right. So you live on Focus on Liberia TV, based in Atlanta, Georgia, the United States of America. For the benefit of the viewers, could you just do a roll of your personal introduction? Who is Mr. A. Darkpay Johnson?
Okay, Mr. A. Darkpay Johnson, Senior, is the principal of the Apostolic Foundation High School. He has been principal in this school for the last 33 years.
Okay.
And he hailed from Babylon country, Bama Town, Babylon country. He earned a master in education, administration, and supervision. And presently, we have our training.
All right. So let's start on this note. One would like to know when was the Apostolic Foundation School established?
In 1985 was our beginning.
By whom? Who actually is a founding member of the founding father? The founding father, rather, of the school.
The founding father was Edwin Z. Kona, the late Edwin Z. Kona, who was the pastor of the church at the time.
Okay. So what is a dream? What was his dream at the time? What did he tell you?
Well, he immigrated from the Sunday school. It was like a Sunday school, and later they decided to open an academic institution to be able to empower some of the church members that were interested in education, and this is why it went the way it went. So it was actually a Bible school, Sunday school. It was a Sunday school, but because of the emerging situation at the time, they decided to make it academic.
How long have you operated as a school, as a high school?
From 1985.
From 1985.
Oh, as a high school?
Yeah. Well, like you said, don't forget about the high school. The entire school. How long?
We started in high school in 2002.
Okay. Okay, so
I first graduated in 2002.
As we speak, what is your current enrollment, and what has been, the enrollment trend?
Actually, we can tell you where we are.
Okay.
But last year we were around 850, but this year it's like kind of difficult to even get the students now, because at the time the school was receiving subsidies, we had very low fees. But now that there is no subsidy, we have to pay teachers, run the school with all the expenses. So apparently there are some parents who are incapacitated to send their children still. But we are looking up to them sending their children, because with our own situation here, we reason with parents. They pay as they are capacitated to pay. So we don't actually put them to the wall, and so we expect our students to come. Well, last year we ended around 850, so we expect, if even it is around 500-600, we expect them to come.
So what has been a trend? People will come in numbers as time. Do you have demand?
Close to the opening of schools, people will pull in. But maybe it's because of the financial situation at this time. It's very, very difficult at this time. There are some parents who are not working. If you are working, maybe you're not getting paid accordingly. And there are other family members who are not working, dwelling on, getting something from you. So just imagine, it's a difficult thing, to be frank.
So where mostly do your students come from? Do they come from places far apart from the school, or just
yes, some come from
Banners
Way, some come from the highway or Harbour area.
Okay.
And but most of our students come from the old road, FE, Sinkor, and the rail belt.
So, how many teachers do you have? And if you will be speaking of competitions among your teachers, what do you say to that? Firstly, we'll start with how many teachers do you have? And when I say competition, I'm trying to say someone will be punctual on the job, and they took that job very seriously, and you're proud of them. Another person may be someone reneging, lateness, and stuff like that. So let's start with the number of teachers you have. Then we'll move on. Can you tell us that?
42. Okay. Yes, we been having around 42, 43 between there. But this year we decided to reduce because of the lack of commitment. Some are not actually doing the job the way we want it to be done. So we have reduced it to a sizable number. We stay reducing, but we'll reduce it to a sizable number. Between 7 to 10 persons will leave.
7 to 10 persons will leave from the 42 persons?
Yeah, from the
so roughly. All right, so thank you. So I will ask you about competition. Are you proud of maybe one or two teachers? Not being personal now, but I mean, really speaking, maybe you could say, they my child, I love him, somebody is committed to XYZ.
Indeed, they got some committed ones that will really depend on when it comes to attendance and lesson presentation. We got some committed ones, and those are the ones we are actually dwelling on to keep and see how best we can go further.
So what other additional subjects do you teach yet besides our traditional subjects in school? We talk about English, mathematics, social study. What other additional subject do you teach yet?
We do bookkeeping and accounting.
Okay.
And we also do phonics, which we consider also. And we do French.
Okay.
So far.
You also do computer?
Indeed, I just showed you the lab.
Okay.
We have 80 computers in our lab. We do computer. The students from 4th grade to 12th grade attend the lab.
The computer lab?
From 4th grade to 12th grade.
It's a bit paid for?
It's in the school fees.
Oh, wow, that's great.
It's in the fees.
So what are some of the issues you confronted with as administration? What are some of the issues? I mean,
like I just told you, the issue of commitment, people committing themselves to doing certain things, is a difficult task. Not too many of them are actually committed in doing what they chose to do.
Right.
Not too many of them are committed to what they chose to do. So it gives us problem. It gives us problem. You see, for somebody to decide to go and do a job, and yet you got a job, but you're playing fun with the job. It surprises us. Sometimes if you have responsibility and you came and got a job, and then yet you are playing around it, it puzzles me sometimes. Seriously, because it's like you don't need a job. So that's why we are taking the decisions leading to downsizing the staff.
All right. So what are the tuitions for the different classes? Maybe we starting from first grade or you can get your stuff. Don't worry. Yeah. What are the different tuition levels for the different classes? What can you say to that? You did it register to help you?
I'm not getting information.
Yeah, let me go. How about it?
But she's in the Bible.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go to the next question. Have a seat. Let's go to the next question. I'm going to show you that. So I was asking the class level, the tuitions, but the registrar will help us with that as the interview goes on. I also like to know, what do you do when students owe school fees and the school fees and they do not pay? What do you do? I'm sure that's not common for you. I mean, that's not strange to you.
Yes, it's not strange to us.
Yeah.
Information.
Go ahead.
Not strange to us.
What do you do when it happens?
Well, what happened? This is a mission school, so most of the time we expect the parents to come and tell us because of XYZ, well, we want to do this. What can we do? Is there any assistance that you can give us? Then we take it from that point. There are some who stay old, but they are here. Like what the business manager does is he adds what you owe to what you are supposed to pay this year, and you divide it and see how best you can settle your arrears. If you can't, then another discussion filters in.
How does it work with your school? You have to pay teachers. I'm sure you have to pay other fees.
It works well. It's not strenuous. Yeah, that indeed is strenuous, but it works well. Because when we are opening, they come and also do the payment.
Okay. So back to the question, what would be the various tuition for the various classes?
Yes, like from 4th to 5th grade, pays 33,780.
Okay.
Then from 4th to 5th grade, 6th grade pays 38,280. It's inclusive of the wire fee, because 6th graders are doing the wire. Then 7 to 8, so $50,595. 9th grade, which takes wire as well, pays $58,595 with the wire fee all embedded. And then 10 to 11 pays $58,185. Then 12 grade paying $67,925.
Are these fees affordable?
Yes, for some parents, yes.
For some parents.
I just told you that there are some that fall short of paying, but it's spill over to the next year.
Are all your teachers here paid the same amount for salary, or?
No, it depends on your qualification.
Okay. Are all do you pay all of them as well?
We pay everybody.
Okay.
What's your teacher here?
Nobody is volunteering.
Huh?
Once a year you should be paid.
Of course.
No volunteer.
No volunteer here. Okay. We are all fully, in the school as employees, so we pay them accordingly.
Okay. Does the school offer any benefit to the teachers and other staff at the end of the year?
Yes, not even at the end of the year. When you have a child, 50% of the fees is paid, and then the 50% is waived as our own assistant to you.
Okay. Does this school receive subsidies or benefit for the other person?
Not at all.
No.
Not at
Government
all.
doesn't give you subsidies.
I say?
Government doesn't do that for you.
No. When Ellen Johnson said he was in power, we received subsidy. It was even when this school got burned. You can see the new structure. We were assisted to some extent. And then, but quite frankly, since this government came in fact, just by the end of Ellen Johnson's regime, subsidy was cut off.
Do you get any other support for any other places?
No, we don't have any other support for anywhere.
Wow, so you just manage the school by yourself?
By ourselves.
Okay, that's great. Is there a feeding program at the school?
Not at all.
Okay. Does the school offer scholarship? And what is any scholarship? What do you offer?
We offer.
What
There are some children that sing, some play sports, and we offer scholarship in those areas. Yeah.
All right. And how does it work with you? You see students, benefiting from that, the parents, what do they tell you?
They appreciate us, but I can tell you actually that despite that, yes, some people can hardly pay.
Wow.
When people pay 60,000, you pay like 25,000, and you can pay 25,000.
Does this school have internet facility and library for the teachers and students?
We do have library. It's right here.
Okay. What's about
We have library.
What's about internet?
No, we don't have internet yet.
But you're working on it.
We are working on it, but we don't have it yet.
But you have a library.
You do have a library. The laboratory will start, in fact, soon be ready too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So those teachers, issue templates here for fees or free of charge.
Well, to do what?
Do they how do they call it? Issue templates? Do they use tablets?
Oh, no,
while
no,
they're
no,
teaching,
no.
or
No,
you
no,
do
no.
nothing like
It's
that?
strictly manual. You do your notes, put on the board, or produce it in the pamphlet form for the children to go and study, and then.
What's about the issue of the sale of pamphlets? Do they give pamphlet ought to be bought by the students, or do they just give it for free?
It's highly restricted.
Okay.
It's not for money making. It's only because maybe what you teach, the time. And so we have a computer place here. The secretary is very vigilant, and they just gave him the notes, and he produces them, and then they give it to the children just for the photocopy fee. Like we have a machine here for photocopy. Yeah, just to do the photocopy.
So what do you do if a teacher is caught in selling pamphlets, with a high price to students?
Well, we have to dismiss you.
Have you had any case?
Because if we keep you, it will stay beyond.
Does the school have a required textbook and other school materials for the students here?
We do, no, not for the students.
For the entire?
We'll have them in the library.
Okay.
We have our Acula series from the sub-regional, body, which is why we prepare you for such tests. And so all of the Acula series and all our senior high books produced by government or, sponsored by government, we also have them here.
Are students given text writing on the board or text on the paper?
No, text written test.
Okay, text written text.
Yes, we don't give tests on the blackboard. No. Instruction, yes, but test, no. We don't.
So how many sessions you run, and from when to when?
No,
if you have.
Actually, we run 2 sections.
Okay.
The morning school starts from 7:45 to 3:30, and the evening session starts from 6 to 9 in the night.
Okay. So what are the challenges the male students are facing in the school? We'll start with male students. Any challenge on the part of the male students?
Quite frankly, the children want to come to school, but some of their parents are incapacitated. They are not able to pay their fees. Even sometimes to let them come to school is a difficult task. So that's one challenge that we know most of them are faced with.
What's about the females? The female students, what are the issues or challenges do they face?
I'm sure it's about the same because not too many of them parents are in the business of acquiring money to pay their fees. So even as that, you have to eat. If you don't eat, how do you pay your way from where you are to come? So actually, they are all faced with challenges.
What's about the issue of using latrine? Has there been any point in time where a female student we have challenge with a male student, maybe just rushing on into the Bible, even though there are different for males and females, but deliberately or today would do that? Have you seen something like that?
No, that has not come to our knowledge because we have the girls.
Go ahead.
We have the girls. You see, when we have the 2 many bathrooms, and few boys go upstairs the first floor.
All right. As we go through the end of this interview, tell me about some of the brightest students in the school.
Yes, we have some students that are actually bright. They are even challenging to their teachers.
Wow.
Sometimes a student will tell a teacher, Prof, but when we did it, we got this. But you did yours and got this. So could you please tell how you got that? But we can tell you how we got this. We have such students here indeed. We have Such students here. We have one little girl here. She has graduated. And you won't believe. She also does dogmatic because she went to the medical school.
Will you call her name?
Yeah.
Okay. She's in Liberia?
Yeah, she's still in Liberia.
What's her phone name? I can't remember the phone name.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
She's in Togladi now?
She has graduated. She does dogmatic.
Okay.
I think she's at JFK.
Wow, that's great.
She's at JFK.
Okay. So what measures do you have for buying grades in students-teacher effects? What measure do you have on that?
But of course, this is a church institution. We don't encourage that. If you think you are sophisticated to the extent that we would never see it, I mean, you have survived that. But when we see it or hear it, you out. You are out.
You haven't seen anything else you sent school was established?
I have not seen it. What we saw before, that person went.
Okay.
The person left. The criminal is 1 degree higher than you. So you will notice that among these children, it will be difficult for you to just grab anything like that. But God being God, sometimes they are at a disadvantage point. Because there is nothing you can hide to the extent when God gets tired, He will expose it. Shouldn't expose it.
Okay. So do you have a PTA team? If you do have, what has been the rule, since you've been here as principal?
The PTA is very, very effective. We just hired a new arrangement, a new leader. He's very, very instrumental. In fact, all that was collected for PTA fee, he came and turned everything over to the school for any project.
Wow.
Yeah.
Transparent.
That's what he did.
Okay, so...
Because we are collecting it, so you say, what you have for the PTA, please use it for the science lab. So augment what you have for the science lab.
So what does this school usually do? Do you have Queen contest here in the first place?
Queen contest?
Yeah.
Indeed, we do have.
You do have.
But this gone year, because of the situation, we decided not to have.
When you have the Queen contest, what do you do with the fund that comes from there? What do you do with the money?
Most of the time, it goes to student affairs. It's student activities. Because they are involved with activities. They do sports, they do quizzing, spelling bee. Whenever there is national spelling bee competition, we are involved. Any other activities.
Have you opened now for academic 2022-23? Have you opened now?
No, we have not opened yet.
When should I open?
We open on the 28th.
Okay. You should open on the 5th.
I agree. How many schools open on the 5th?
Okay. So what is responsible for that?
See?
What is responsible for the delay in opening
What happened?
schools?
We had just closed school. Parents are looking for money to register their children.
Okay.
Some don't even have. If I even tell you, if I ask her now, she will tell you the population we have.
Okay.
Quite frankly.
Yeah, so we let them know the total enrollment. They can register. Just come, maybe sit by you and just give us something small about. Yeah. So thanks for keep watching. Rather, we stay here at the Apostolic Foundation School in Sinkor. We're having an exclusive interview with the school administrators. We've spoken with the principal. We're going to speak with the registrar shortly to know exactly what's the enrollment and what are challenges she also faces with school. The students, she deals with the students more than the principals. Of course, you know that she receives money from them. She interacts with the students. They know her better than they know the principal, and she knows them better than the principal will know them. From here, we'll be taking a tour to the lab, the library, and also to the computers lab that we went earlier on camera, so you can see what the school is doing here. This is focused on Liberia. As part of our work here in Liberia, we will be visiting schools in Monrovia and also Monrovia County to see how those schools are performing, what are the charges, the fee charged, what are the facilities that the students will make use of. So yes, the Apostolic Foundation High School, I think the highest fee is around 60,000, right, for the 12th graders, and then they have the WISE fee or WIAC fee is in that, the computer fee is in that, and any other extra curriculum activities is in there as well. So we're waiting for the registrar to come, if she can come. So Mr. Principal, before the registrar comes in, I mean, the parents have cried of recent about the hiking in tuition. The economy is not too good. Based on that, the legislature invited the minister to appear before them. He will be there on tomorrow. Maybe appear like you wanted the legislator. What will you be telling him as it relates to the issue of subsidy, the issue of this is like the wife and husband thing, right? The ministry is like your husband, you are the wife, you take care of the children, and the husband should support you. So what will you say to the minister?
We just want them to see reason, to see how best they can subsidize institutions, and asking them to reduce their fees for those that are overcharging. Indeed, they have some schools that are overcharging.
So what do you make of your own range?
I don't think I'm overcharging.
Okay. Why you say so?
Why I say so?
Yeah, why you say so?
Why I say so? But schools that are below us are charging more than what we are charging.
Okay.
But we're having all of the fees in our tuition. Everything is there.
All right, so we will be. Can we take a tour to the laboratory and the computer lab so we can see them?
Indeed.
Okay. So you gonna say something? All right. So keep following. We taking a tour now to the computer lab. The principal and I. Principal, just will small with the camera, and of course we'll go to the library, and we see what the school is offering for the student there. Once again, my name is Prince. I'm here at the Apostolic Foundation High School, trying to bring you this live. This is focused on Liberia. We're trying to go outside of the principal's office. This is a registrar's office of the school. She is behind her desk. You can see her right there. Like I said, the students and the registrar relationship goes beyond the principals and the students' relationship. She's working on grade sheet, and the students are also here. They have come to register. Teachers and staff are all here. This is the library. Who's the librarian? Are you? All right. So can I speak to you? Just come so in the middle here. Let me talk to you shortly. I have spoken to the principal. But tell me, good morning first. What's your name?
My name is Stephen Biako.
Okay, so what are you doing here?
Taking care of the place at the library.
Okay, so how does it work for you? Do the students sometimes give you tough time?
No, not tough time.
Okay.
They come here and they ask and we assign them and give them the book they need.
What are some of the best books you have here?
I will have chemistry, physics, biology, etc., etc.
Besides students from this school, do you sometimes allow other students from other schools who will come to ask you, maybe to do assignment to read some of your books?
Yeah.
Do you allow them to do that?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been here?
I've been here for 29 years now.
Oh wow! Since you've been here, what have been the challenges you faced?
My face laughing.
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Since you've been here, what have been some of the challenges you faced?
The challenges have to do with the student, to control them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, they didn't give you tough time.
They can give me tough time, I say I give them tough time.
I asked that question though. How do you give them tough time?
I pack them and arrange them the way the student come in.
Okay. So what are you proud of this school? What can you say in one word? What are you proud of this school?
I'm proud of the school because the school is up to the standard.
Okay. All right, so let me just take the camera around. You see, starting from right here, these are some of the books here we have here. And from here, we'll be going to the computer lab. We have social studies here. This one are social studies books. You can see it written there. And all of the books here are social studies book. And here are the sciences. Of course, you can see them. The principal is working along with me. And these are language arts books. You can see them. Of course, this looks like a warehouse where books are parked.
Yes.
Yes.
We have some in our boxes
Okay.
because we don't want the children to have them.
Yeah, so some books are still in boxes.
Yeah, in the box.
Okay.
I think Papa took over inside.
Okay. These are copy books packed here. So that we just bring you this view to see. The essence of the interview is to see whether the fee charged by the school is actually I mean, it's affordable.
I have a books here that I gave to people who do.
Okay, see that.
For a period.
So principal say for a period, right?
Yeah.
And then student who
And a
does the period. You get the cover.
Yeah.
Okay, the aromatics, yeah. Yeah, you know that. You know what you mean when you say aromatics, right? So we're going upstairs now to the
Computer lab.
The computers lab. Keep following. We do this so that we can know what are the charges of the school. I mean the process charge as per the female classes. Is actually realistic or not? And this is the compound of the school. You can see here. This is the building of the Apostolic Foundation High School. The church is on the side. The school is so we're going upstairs now. Let's tour the principal is before me. Principal, I'm told today is a birthday.
Today's my birthday.
Oh wow! I just said
60 years.
You said that again?
60 years.
Wow, 60 years still strong like this. Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Okay, focus on the birthday. Visiting you on your birthday. That's great, man. So we touring the compound of the school. We're starting from down so and come out. The principal is taking me around. Keep following Focus on Liberia TV. We here. This is a class project, right?
No, yeah, the flagpole.
Yeah, this is a flagpole here. The name of the school is right there. And so we come this side. Okay, so there are classes here. We're starting from, let's start from down here and come up.
From 4th grade.
Okay, so from 4th grade to 7th grade, right?
7th grade.
Okay. So we not too far from the room. I'm sure the person is going to work. That's why Yemi is serving. We are right here around the Vanoma Hall. So this another side of the school. You have grade 4 here. This is grade 4. Okay. Then from there you come. You see the class in here. Then from there you come to another class. This is grade 6. Grade 5th. Sorry, grade 5th. Then from there the classroom is in here. Then from there we come to grade 6. This is grade 6. Grade 6 here, as you can see. We'll take the camera to 7A and B. Two 7th grade classes. This is 7B.
These balls are supposed to be changed.
7A, alright.
But they are like spoiling.
Okay.
So we'll soon start installing the next balls.
Okay. Jenny, so can we go to the computer lab now? See, yeah.
Let's see my restaurant computer.
Okay, where is it? It's upstairs? Okay, the computer is down there. Okay. Yeah.
So let me show you somewhere. This is the would-be science lab.
Alright.
But we are attacking it this year to put the covers and the tables
Okay.
for experimental purpose. This is the science lab.
We're going to see the computer lab now. According to him, the students go there to the computer. So we're going there now.
Many business office, right?
Okay, so this is a business office where all the money business can take place. The business manager, the business manager is just sorry you have me.
You called me the
You have me your breakfast. And this is a computer lab. They're trying to open the place.
The school secretary.
Okay.
I'll carry you upstairs, but I saw him coming down.
Okay.
He's an international journalist.
Thank you. I can't find the letter. I checked all the files.
Wow. So this is the computers lab. We just entered the computers lab. So okay. So these are the rules for the users of the computer. rules of the computer lab. Do not enter without map, a badge rather. And other one is here, you can see that. All right, so we take a tour here. So, Mr. Principal, how many pieces of computer do you have here?
We got 80 here presently.
80 pieces.
80.
Okay, so how do students make use of these pieces of computer?
They come per class.
Okay,
When it's the period for 7A, 7A comes in.
okay. And
Period for
how,
9A, not 9B, they come in.
so what can one say? When students leave from here, do they have basic knowledge of
We
computer?
expect them to be computer literate.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're taking the camera around to see some of this computer. They say 80 pieces of computer. We will not be able to check them one by one, but you, the viewer, you can see them. You could be the judge here. Taking our camera, we'll go back into the library to see. So these are the various computers. According to the principal, I think 80 pieces or so. You can see them here. So who takes care of the computer lab?
You take
Yeah.
we got 2 persons
Okay.
outside of the school
Okay.
that take care of the computer lab.
Okay.
The people that procure these machines gave us 2 persons for the maintenance purpose.
So who are those that procure the machine for you?
It's one of Jimmy Jagger, Multimedia Enterprises.
Okay.
They do our ID cards, they all our T-shirts, they do some of our uniforms.
Okay. All right, folks. So that's it, right there. Once again, my name is Prince Mowa. I've been right here at Apostolic Foundation High School, opposite the Valmama Hall, on adjacent the Valmama Hall on the airfield. I've come to. This is a projector here, so I'm sure what has been taught can be projected on the board for the students to see. So once again, my name is Prince. Let me say thanks for following. This is what we will be doing. These few days we'll be going to schools administrators to see exactly what they have to offer so that I can commensurate with what they're charging the students and what they're charging the parents. We also like to hear from them some of the challenges they faced, and then we bring that to the public. Let me say thanks to the CEO of Focus on Liberia, Mr. Dennis Jade, in Atlanta, Georgia, the USA. Let me say thanks to Mr. Anthony C. He's the operation manager. And let me say thanks to Theophilus William, my colleague here in Monrovia. My name is Prince Moba. I've been here bringing you the happenings here at the Apostolic Foundation High School. The next time you hear our voice will be at another school. I'll bring you what's happening there. Once again, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.